Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, hello, hello. This is Mrs. M, and today I am going to talk about having the mind shift when it comes to cleaning. Six-figure business cleaning, as a matter of fact. And it really comes down to how you're calculating your bidding. I did a little workshop with a couple of our students on the proper way to bid. And I was so pleased to see that instantly saw that a couple of them were not bidding the way they should be. And we've done this workshop, a virtual workshop throughout the week. And it's been really, really, really fun because we've gotten a chance to kind of work together. So the master class, I do most of the teaching. And with the virtual workshop, we kind of all get together and learn at the same time. So I love that part as well. But one of the things I get is, how do I scale my business to six figures? Really, how do I scale my business to six figures when it comes to the bidding? I know a lot of people want to know, where are the contracts? And of course, like I've said before, you have to have a contract attraction. You have to have like a customer contract attraction, how you actually on a regular systematized basis attract your customers. Then you've got to know how to turn them into paying customers and how to keep them. But let's go back for a second when it comes to the bidding. So a lot of people start with first cleaning themselves and not figuring in the bid, which will never get you doing anything but doing the cleaning yourself. So we already know that's not the approach we want. The way you want to do it is, you definitely want to factor in the man hours. So a lot of people will start with the man hours, and they'll say like 4 man hours times the amount of time they're going to clean. And then they'll start with the rate they're going to clean. Then they'll put in the payroll. And I suggest you use anywhere from 12.1 to 20%. That means how much you're having to pay payroll taxes. So if they're actually making $13 an hour, they're really not making 13 an hour, because you have to put in the payroll taxes. So you want to add that in. And like I said, that could be anywhere from 12 to 20%. And payroll taxes, your Medicaid and your unemployment and your Social Security. So all of that, and depending on the state, could be anywhere from 12.1% to 20%. So you want to put that in there. Then the other thing you want to factor in is the cost of goods sold. Now, the cost of goods sold could be anywhere from, if you're including your insurance in the bid as well, your workman's comp, all of that is in the cost of goods sold. That's cost of goods sold. That means what it takes to produce the labor. So let's say a lot of people like to go with 50 of the cost of goods sold. That means 50% of your bid, you want to factor in your labor. That's the biggest cost. Then your overhead, you have to know what your overhead is. Your cell phone, the overhead for your gas, everything, the overhead. If you have an office space, or if you're utilizing some office in your home office, all of that is included in your overhead. That could be around 30%. Then the last part is your profit. And most individuals has their profit down at 20%. Now, all that sounds good, but the big question people usually have is, how do I figure out the production rate in order to come up with the man hours, in order to know how to times it and come up with the actual amount that I'm going to pay them? So you have to back up a little bit and look at, what is it going to take for 2 people to clean the area? And that's where your cleaning times and tasks come in. You have to know what your production rate is, or calculate your cleaning time in order to know what to pay them. So you can't just start saying it's going to take them 4 hours. How do you get to the 4 hours? And that's where you have to back up, and you have to know what that is. So it's really, really important to understand the cleaning times and tasks. That is your production rate. That's what gives you the man hours. Then you figure in what your costs you're going to pay them. And then you do how many hours they're going to clean. But you have to know how long it's going to take one person to clean 2,000 square feet. Normally it takes an hour. It depends on the variables of what type of building it is. That's where you have to start with your production rate in order to come up with the man hours, in order to figure out how long it's going to take. And then you add in your cost of what you're going to pay them. And then, of course, you've got your supplies and your equipment. That's a percentage. So all of that is where you get to being able to have a six-figure cleaning business and beyond. It starts with the bidding. Now, of course, in order to do the bidding, you've got to have and attract your customers. But who wants to attract the right customer and then go in and give the wrong bid? So that's not a good look either. So make sure you understand the cleaning task and times. Now, if you want to know more about cleaning task and times and the information that I just gave you on how to get a six-figure cleaning business started and scaled when it comes to bidding correctly, then make sure you sign up for my live masterclass. And I'm so excited because we have an absolute fabulous time. So during the masterclass, I go into my favorite subject, which is automation and systematizing your cleaning business. And of course, you've got to know those important things like production rates, which is the calculating your cleaning times in order to come up with the right bid. But it's definitely just not your profit and just your labor, and that's it. There is, like I said, your payroll taxes. You want to put a percentage in for your payroll taxes. You want to put in a percentage of your overhead. And I like the rule like 50, 30, 20. Now you can kind of, put in a little bit more when it comes to decreasing. If you only want that bid, you can decrease your profit. That's probably the only area you want to work with. And then when it comes to your cost of goods sold, which is the actual labor that it takes to produce your cleaning crew to actually clean a physical location, you then want to add a percentage to that. So if it costs me $420 or $320, I want to add a percentage to that. And your percentage can be anywhere from 30% to 60%. And this is the percentage that you want to add when it comes to them being able to figure out if your cost of goods sold is $300, you want to add a percentage to that because you want to add in just in case there's any variables there. Then, of course, your overhead is going to be, like I said, 30%, and then your profit. But you want to know what's in your overhead, what's in your cost of goods sold. Is insurance included? How much do I have when it comes to my profit? But the most important part is the cleaning. How long does it take to know how many man hours to start from the very beginning of figuring out what your bid is going to be? You've got to know what your man hours are. And the only way you get your man hours is to know what your production rates are. So production rates that's important, really, really important. So you've got to start there. So like I said, if this sounds like something that would really, really help you scale your business so that you're able to bid the right way and be able to pay a very nice salary to your workers, your frontline workers, your staff, your management, and to yourself. And I'm a firm believer in treating myself as an employee. That means I'm on my payroll. I am personally. During the cleaning, I am on my payroll. I pay myself as if I'm an employee. That way I get a W-2. I love doing that because then I take out Social Security and I'm planning for the future. So I am the owner of the company, but I put myself down as an employee, so I receive a W-2. That way, when I'm looking at providing or going to get a mortgage or I'm looking at something else, guess what? I don't have to take all my taxes and take them with me and prove that I'm making what I'm saying. I am separate from my company because I am actually an employee of the company. So that's the way I set up our cleaning business, and it worked perfectly. And that's an individual choice, but that's the way you want to look at it. Because when I went to get my mortgage, I could produce my W-2, and it was like I was an employee of my company. So like I said, if this sounds like something you'd want to know about bidding and learning all of that and how to systematize and automation, so if you have to leave tomorrow and go away for 2 weeks, your business does not just end, then make sure you subscribe to my masterclass. It's actually called Six-Figure Cleaning Business Masterclass. Actually, Six-Figure Cleaning Business Blueprint Masterclass. It's live. We have a fantastic time. Make sure you click the link below and subscribe to my channel by clicking. That way you do not miss out on any information on how to build your six-figure cleaning business and beyond. So hopefully this was informative and helpful. And once again, make sure you register for the Six-Figure Cleaning Business Blueprint Masterclass, where we go into automation, how to scale your business, how to scale it to six figures and beyond, so that you're not doing all the work, you're not tiring yourself out, you're not having to guess anymore. Stop the guessing and knowing this is what you want to do. Okay? So until next time, be safe, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.